In this video, I have a teacher screen on one side and a student screen on the other side. I'm going to run my hot and cold quiz smart response assessment so you can see what it looks like on the teacher screen and on the student screen. As the teacher, you might want to keep this view private, or you might want to display it on your smart board or other display as students are working, as students will be able to see how they're doing in terms of responding compared to other students in the class. Let's get going. So I'm going to go to my hot and cold quiz and say start. While I'm doing that, my students have gone to hellosmart.com, and so as a student, I'm going to sign in. And you can see, because I've been in this before, I can just log in here. Okay, I'm now signed in, and I'm actually going to join this class. Okay, so now we know we're going to have this response activity, and the teacher isn't running it, but as soon as I press start for class, you'll see this quiz appear on the student screen. There we go. Your teacher has started a response activity, and I will go into my activity. Hot and cold questions. Here's my title. Here's my instructions. As a student, which of the following is hot? Well, the sun is hot. Snow, ice, winter, fire, and ice cream. So I'll click ice cream, and you'll see as the student responds, we'll see that 25% of the questions have been answered in terms of our live results by teacher. So as the student responds and goes on to the next question, the month of December is hot in Australia. Yes, it is. Those results will populate the teacher screen. The other thing that can show on the teacher screen is if I click on show questions, it will show me the progress of students through each of those questions. So I can click through and see the first two questions have been completed by my student, but no questions after that. So I get quite immediate responses. The other thing is if I click on show live results here, then as the student, I'll click over to the third question as a student. Which of the following countries have summer in July? I'll say Spain and the UK. So I can see as soon as I click these responses, they are showing up here. So depending what kind of question you're asking your students, it's interesting for them to see those live results appear right as they are answering the results themselves. So once I finish my questions as a student, so my name, and I'll say Janet as a student. So there are my answers, and I can review them as I like and submit. So once you've submitted your answers, you can't change them. It says great job, wait for the results. And so this is where it gets interesting for the teacher, because on the teacher side, I can see my students are finished. Here in the open answer question, I can have the answers as a list, or I can even have the answers as a word cloud. Now, I can end my activity here, and when I end it, I'm able to review it. And you'll see on the student side, it now says time to review, and I can see which ones I had correct or incorrect simply by scrolling from one to the next. As a teacher, I can share this activity. I'll click this little gear to end that message. I can move from question to question and review those questions together, and I can click here to see it in a pie graph instead of as a bar graph. So it gives me those options as a teacher, and best of all, I can export my results. And so when I export my results, it downloads my results as an Excel document, which I can then upload to Google Drive and open in Sheets, or look at on its own. So that gives me the student responses that I can then review. Let's upload it to Drive so you can see what that looks like. So I'll go to my Drive, I'll say new, file, upload, and I know it's sitting right in my downloads folder. So open, it's the last thing in there. And I'm opening this in Drive because I actually don't have Excel on this computer. But keeping it in Drive is helpful because it'll keep all your results together. So here you can see there was just one student in the class. She got 67%, and we can see the ones that she got correct or incorrect at a glance. And all the responses are there. It would be like that for every student in your class, so you can track that over time. And in here, we can see the answers displayed in a different format. Give it a try. It's a great way to gather data quickly and to be able to keep it for reflection at a later time.